6 months ago we did a review on our new Glock 48 all black 9mm pistol with the Shield Arms 15 round magazines. At the time we pronounced it as a very nice gun that certainly worked and was in our opinion a better alternative than the Glock 19. Certainly the same capacity, a smaller, lighter package, or at least a thinner, lighter package. Well, we dressed it up a little bit, and you already know from the title of the video that we put a complete upper on it from aftermarket, as well as an optic here. So why do we do it? How did it turn out? Stick around and we'll answer those questions. So again, the original Glock 48 was a decent gun. Again, it was 6 months ago when we shot it, but I've been getting more into carry optics, and I just happen to have a second Holosun HS507K sitting around. Fortunate to be able to snag a second one of those, and didn't have a platform for it. I was originally going to put it on my Staccato C Duo, but they still haven't come through from Zaffiri Precision with the optics plate for the Staccato C, so we put a Swamp Fox on it, and we were happy with that, so I still have the Holosun sitting around. And yeah, Glock just came out with the 48 MOS. Could I have purchased one of those? Probably. To get one on the blue label would have been affordable, but I also would have had quite a wait for it. But I already had a Glock 48. Did I want to have a second one? Well, why not just change the upper? Now, some of you are going to say it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. By the time that I bought the Zaffiri, that's how I'm going to pronounce it, I hope that's right. If it's not, please correct me. The Zaffiri slide, barrel, the complete upper parts kit, and some Ameriglow sights. I got more tied up in just the upper than I would have in a new Glock 48 MOS. But then again, a lot of people are going to have Glock 48 MOS guns. Not very many are going to have a Glock 48 with the Zaffiri upper. Particularly not one that looks like this. They make a couple of different styles. So, differences and how do I like it? Well, we got this one with the ported barrel. As you'll see, we're going to show the what came from the box in just a minute, and there's a lot of things on this particular gun that turned out to be certainly better than I expected. So let's roll the unboxing of the original parts on this, and again, I can't show assembling parts, so we'll just take our word for it that we took all those parts and put them together in this gun. So check the unboxing, and then we'll get back to this one. FedEx delivered a package to me today that I've been waiting for a couple of weeks. It is for my Glock 48, nicely securely packaged here. And it is from, I pronounce it Zaffiri. I'm not going to put any of this together. I'm not going to assemble parts. Glock 48 slide, ported, cuts in the front to reduce weight, and cut in the back for a Holosun 507K, and a barrel to go along with it that is also ported and nicely reverse crowned. Nicely finished. I trust that it's all going to fit together. I did also get a complete upper parts kit, but due to YouTube guidelines and restrictions and community standards, etc., I can't put any of this together on camera. So I will assemble this. I'm probably going to have to get a set of iron sights for this also. And then we will show the finished product and give it a try. Alright, so that put this gun into a really nice looking package, at least in my opinion. It's definitely different. And I still have the complete original G48 upper that I can slip on there and in just a few seconds. So we got the slide that has been lightened quite a bit. We'll talk about that more in just a minute. We also got the ported barrel, the ported slide to go along with it. The barrel, as I mentioned, I think in the opener there, that this is very nicely reverse crowned and a very nice fit. It's right to the end of the slide. It doesn't protrude like the original did. So again, just little details. It does not have the dual captured recoil spring system in it. Just has the single. Didn't notice any significant difference from that. This I did buy the parts kit, put it all together with basically OEM parts, except for the sights. I got the Ameriglow Hackathorn sights, and it's got a tritium front sight and just a plain black rear sight, which is a combination that I really like. The Holosun right now is set on the circle dot, which if you look at our review on the Holosun earlier, I'll put a link up here on that one. You'll know that it's got the different reticles and whatever. But this isn't a review about the sight itself. It's just a review about the upper. So some interesting differences on this particular gun. First of all, the original G48 barrel will not chamber the 124 grain Montana Gold bullets that I assemble, and I assemble them at 1.125, I believe. But because of the shape of the bullet, the bullet itself is hitting the lands in the barrel before the round chambers, so not usable in this. It is usable in older generation Glocks, but not this particular one. However, they work really well in the Zaffiri barrel. I did change the trigger, of course. I got an Overwatch Precision flat trigger and a blue line system trigger in here. That added an extra $100 and some to the price of or the value of the gun. Didn't change the pull at all. It's still running. The original was about a 4 pounds 2 ounce pull, and this is pretty close to that still, even with the Overwatch Precision. I haven't changed the other connector yet. At some point, I'll put in a ghost connector. Did add the Talon grips. This is it's kind of a compromise between their sandpaper and their rubber. It's almost like shingle material. It's kind of nice. And I had to modify a holster a little bit to fit, so my We the People holster got some surgery done with the Dremel tool to be able to accommodate the optic on it. Works good in this paddle holster. So we did take this out to the range, put some different rounds through it. We put some 124 grain hand load, 115 grain Federal, 124 grain HSTs, and it does shoot very, very nice. We had to do some sighting in to start with. The gun was shooting low right. We cranked the sights up and moved those over. Finally got it with the Montana Gold shooting pretty close to where we wanted it, and even did some sighting with the let's see, this is the iron sights. Well, there's the iron sight, shooting just a little bit low with the iron sights. This is with some Federal HSTs, and we finally ended up with the Federal 115 grain at 15 yards, keeping everything in a 3-inch circle. Very nice shooting gun now. I don't notice any significant change in recoil with the ported barrel, but again, it's a lighter gun, and that's where we get into some of the differences here. The weight on this Glock 48 with the Zaffiri upper is now, with 15 rounds in the magazine and one extra 124 grain round for the chamber, is at 26.5 ounces. With the stock slide on it, instead of the Zaffiri upper with the Holosun, we put the stock slide back on it, we're at 27.5. So we save an ounce with the Zaffiri. Obviously those cuts are going to make a difference. Even though we added an ounce back in for the Holosun, we're still 1 ounce to the good. Compare that to a Glock 19 with 15 rounds of the magazine and one in the chamber, we're at 31.7 ounces. And with the SIG 365 XL, which is roughly the same size package when you get the 12-round magazine in it, or put the 15-round mag in, it's just a hair bigger than this. And again with the same capacity, 15 plus 1, we're at 29.1 ounces, so still heavier than the Glock combination. The slide alone is 12.8 ounces. It's 13.7 when you add the Holosun versus 15.1 for the stock. So we definitely do save some weight on it, and it does seem to shoot very well. Doesn't seem to make any more recoil. Maybe those ports make up the difference in the recoil with the lighter slide and action on the top. So all in all, it seems to be working out quite well. Big problem, however, and we'll roll some footage on that, is the fact that this gun gets really dirty really fast. So in order to keep it looking like this, you got to take it back apart and clean it. So that would be certainly a drawback to the system. So yeah, I got more in it than I would have in a G48 MOS, but I've got the option of switching back to the factory upper. So I guess I can fit it on the G48 frame and have a small frame with a large upper on it. Of course, then I can fit the G43 slide on the G48 upper and make it back into a 43X, I guess. So options. Anyway, nice shooting gun, nice combination, and nice workmanship from Zaffiri. Good turnaround time. I ordered it, had it within 2 weeks. The only issue I really had with this, I won't call it an issue, is when I mounted the Holosun, this fits tight. It's I have to guess that they made the dimensions on the cut before they Cerakoted it, and therefore the Cerakoting made it just a little bit snug, and it was a little difficult to get in there, but it did fit. The screws are torqued down to 15 pounds like they're supposed to be. The cuts in the front, I can still do a press check. Different kind of texture in the back, and you're supposed to slingshot a Glock anyway, so a lot of good checkering texture back here. Other than that, it's still got a stock profile, fits stock Glock sights. Just an interesting change, and it is, of course, beveled here as opposed to the flat area to capture the recoil spring in the G48 original slide. Actually, the recoil spring stops back there, so that's all just dead weight up there. So they tapered it, made it a little bit more fitting. The corners aren't quite rounded as much for what some people would call a carry melt as the originals up in front. They are definitely rounded off more on the original than the Zaffiri, but again, all in all, I think it's relatively attractive. It's tastefully done. There's not huge billboard on it. It's got their logo on the barrel, logo on the slide itself, but other than that, nothing jumps out at me. So nice combination. You know why we did it. It does work. I would order from them again. Yeah, it's cheaper to buy a new gun than it is to buy the upper, but satisfying to have both. So that's it. It's a quick, well, maybe not so quick, look at the Zaffiri upper for G48 that's now sitting on a G43 frame, along with a shield magazine, Holosun sight, Talon grips. This has the sandpaper texture on it. And just some more options with the Glock here on Rider's Range. If you like this video, we appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, click on the notifications bell so you know what's coming up on Rider's Range. We try to get a video out every week. And comments on this video down below are appreciated. Comments on anything else, please send them to info@ridersrange.com. And again, I want to thank you for stopping by Rider's Range.